Hey y'all, hey, what's up y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome back, Joy and Q. Welcome to a review. It's Joy and Q. Welcome to a review. Yeah, we back. It's Joy
and Q.
Yeah, so we are back with Ruthless, Season 5, Episode 14. Yeah, so as you guys know, on Episode 13, we had that Ruth had passed out. Well, no, she fell down. I mean, that's not funny, but she did fall down. She couldn't even stand up all the way.
She didn't make it 2 feet.
She didn't make it 2 feet. So on this synopsis, Ruth must continue. Okay, she actually must continue being fake as ever. She must be having to continue to convince the highest of her pregnancy while contending with River and Obadiah's attempt to have her removed from power. Now, as you can see, unaliving places Andrew and the guards on high alert. So y'all already know it's about to go down. Okay, so what you think about when this happened with what's her name, Marva?
Elder Mother.
Yeah.
Elder Mother Marva.
Yeah.
Okay, at this point right here,
she's like, oh no,
yeah,
because she can't believe what's happening, and she just wants this wedding to keep going. And it's like, is it because you never had a wedding, Marva? No,
she looks mortified.
Yeah, she can't believe it. She holding her chest. She clench it. She trying to get those invisible pearls and clutch them real.
Look at Rivers.
Yeah, Rivers is something else. His facials was crazy. Yeah. So now you got Ruth, and she's like, nothing's going on, Tyrone. No, what should be calling him to hide? Nothing's going on.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it is. And she's like, no, it's nothing going on. And her biggest oppressors was Obadiah and River. That you would think that Marva would have been in on it, right? Like she would have been mean, because Marva never was Ruth's friend, but for some reason, ever since Ruth got pregnant,
because she knows she's going to be that child's god grandmother or something like that.
Right, right.
So she looked at it as if it's her own,
Yeah, because obviously her daughter don't want nothing to do with her. Right. And Obadiah, what you think about what he said?
He's a hot mess.
He is a hot mess.
I mean, he's hella disrespectful.
Oh.
I mean, like, all the stuff that he said about her.
Well, what he said first, though, he was like, looks like she's been stripped from having your child.
Yeah, any woman bleeds that much.
She's stripped.
Child.
Yeah, she's stripped. And it's like, dude, you talking like you like the doctor of all the doctors, okay?
He gave her a diagnosis on the spot.
Right. Like, you a psychiatrist, a hood psychiatrist at that. But for you to act like you is this doctor and you are also psychic. You're not no psychic. You don't know what's going on with her womb.
He was done it for her.
Yeah, and then he's so disrespectful because...
He said, what did he say? He said, yeah, her womb is not fit to carry a god.
What is her womb?
Yeah, it's not.
That was disrespectful, Obadiah.
He said to carry a god. I was like, wow, he was going in. Like,
yeah.
He said something else too before that was slick.
I mean, and then Tyrone was like, you gonna talk to my wife like this? Well, you're not married to her yet. He was like, oh, we got tests. We got to test to see what's going on.
No respect.
None.
Like, yeah, let's do the ultrasound.
Yeah. Because everybody has some type of thing to say or what they could do. And then he was asking, Because he seen that River and Obadiah was against her.
Mm.
So then he asked Marva, Supreme Mother. She was like, well, I think that the ceremony should still be going on.
Yeah,
and then after this, we can sort it out.
This is just a bump in the road.
Yeah, she crazy. I'm like, girl, after this lady that fell down and her dress is soaking in blood.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's time to keep going on? So what's she gonna do? Get married in the bloody dress? That was crazy to me. So anyway, y'all, what happens at this point? Ruth now has to go over there to the women's trailer or to wherever the little trailer is.
She gotta get the ultrasound first.
Yeah, she got to get the ultrasound. So I guess she got to go to their little clinic.
The infirmary.
Yeah, infirmary.
Sick call.
Yeah, the sick hall. Yeah, that's crazy. This is a crazy show, man. They got their own. Okay, they got their kitchen. They got their own little what you call it, torment trailer. Mm-hmm. Different stages of it too. They got the freezer one. They got the electrocution one. The one that George and Lewis locked in. They got it's just torture. So now that's what Supreme Mother gonna take her to. So next we got Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Glitch and Heat. Now we start to find out why Glitch is really named Glitch, right? That was a good name for him because at first he was the one that had all the sense. Mm-hmm. But it didn't seem like he had less sense than Heat. And Heat, I mean, he's definitely a bozo. Mm-hmm. Mind you, he's sticking his stuff up in women at a camp, okay, that that they're not using no protection.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy work, right? Okay, so let's go.
Can I get next?
Right. So hey, and then
does that?
Yeah, like he was gonna do both of them.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to get both of them. You know.
What did he say? Yeah, you're down for a third? I was like, what do you mean by that? You down for a third? Like, you want to join in?
You want to join in? And that was sick. I'm like, ew. Yeah, so they're on their own mission. They trying to look around. Mind you, the only thing that stuck out to me that makes sense is that both of them are not on the same page. And I see why. Because he got his mind like, listen, let's get this money. And we already know where the weapons is, so let's just get the money. And you got, what's his name? Glitch. Glitch is steady glitching, y'all. He like a little robot. He's like, no, I need to find my brother. I need to find my brother.
He's fed up. He's just like, he's over it. He's tired of charades. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the problem is, even if you're tired of the charades, then why are y'all not loading up on these weapons and getting the money and then find your brother? The cartel is the cartel. Your brother is a one-man show.
They supposed to be, like, if I was them, when it's nighttime, that's when you're supposed to be moving.
Exactly. Why y'all moving right now?
You get on one by one.
Yeah. And see, that's the problem. They're a two-man show, and both of them headed in the wrong direction. One is only focused on the money. The other one is focused on his brother. Y'all need to both be focused on getting the money, making sure y'all have multiple weapons, and making sure y'all not moving in plain sight. Okay?
Yeah, see, it pissed him off when he was like, yo, he's not here, he's dead, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, he's not here. And he was like, yo, what you talking about? He said, we ain't seen him.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, forget that, man. We gotta get my brother. He's like, yo, man, listen, first priority is that bread, that money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't forget about that. You know?
Exactly.
And, Glitch was like, yo, listen, man, I'm still in charge, man. Don't forget about that. And dude was like, man, all right, whatever. He went to go walk away.
Yeah, what you going?
Where you going? Yeah, where else I'm going?
What you doing?
I mean, come back here. I'm like, man. And he yoked, look at that. He yoked them up, fiend them up real good.
Fiend them up like a fiend.
Mm-hmm. Real good.
For real.
He couldn't even get out of that. No,
that was a real one. Okay, he must have been over on with the WWE. That was crazy. Yeah, straight up like that. That's crazy work. He had them in there. Look at them. Look at both of their faces. Pause. But it looked like, you know what I mean? It looked crazy. Pause, man. That looked cool. But at the end of the day, we already know what time it was because Glitch was still, he was really fuming. Number one, he don't see his brother. Number two, they got the weapons, but the money is nowhere in sight. And he just want to know what's up. You know what I mean? So anyway, he ends up taking out his own boy. Yeah. Okay, he takes heat out just like that. Okay.
Now you like him.
Right. Pulled them over to the freezer and lights was out. Basically. Yep. That's the way it goes. So you got Ruth, she's over there about to do the ultrasound. She's hurting. She's steady trying to talk to Mother Marva. And she like, well, hey, I believe you, girl, but I don't know. Let's do this ultrasound, you know?
We want to believe you.
Well,
we want to believe you.
Yo, remember she asked Manny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, watch this. Manny.
Elder Mother was like, yeah, all right, take your clothes off. She was like, nah, man, yo, tell him to leave. She was like, man, come on, man, back turn. She's like, nah, if he don't leave, I ain't doing nothing about nothing. Manny was there like, oh, that's when she first asked Manny.
Yeah.
Manny's like, listen, I can't help you. Whatever it is, I can't help.
Exactly.
Because ain't nobody believing her.
Exactly. And then Manny was like, if you tell her the truth, everything should be good. Like, Manny is straight a coward, y'all. Yeah. Like, he's just going with the flow. He likes, what's her name? Zane?
I don't know. What's wrong?
But he's weird because he didn't already ardor like a couple times. Like, at this point, just let it go, Manny, okay? And then you got your thing messed up. And you still a sucker.
Manny don't know what he doing. Manny, he is the true definition of a soldier. All he do is take orders. He don't think for himself. He don't reason for himself. He just take orders. Even, with, who's that? Glitch. All the stuff, that last episode, Glitch kept on, showing him he wanted smoke. Complete. What you say? And, then even after that, he still was just like, hey, man, so what brings you guys to the raccoon? Yeah, I heard you said you were searching for something. What are you guys looking for? Oh, man, we're all family here. Oh,
Yeah, he's an airhead.
Yeah, he don't think for himself.
Yeah, he's not thinking for himself. I can see why the raccoon got him.
He's just a soldier.
Yeah, that's it. Mindless. And
not saying nothing's wrong with being a soldier, but you feel what I'm saying.
You gotta have some type of smarts with it, though.
Yeah, you have to think. You can't go.
Yeah, come on. You can't just think, inside of a box, especially when all this stuff is going on. You telling me his radar haven't went off yet to say this is a cult?
Yeah, I thought he got his senses back.
Yeah,
what happened?
Yeah, they told him it was a cult. Remember, because at one time, they was like, remember they was like, yeah, you might have to go in there and go with Tyrone. And he had found out that Tyrone be, getting them, okay? Yeah. You would think that he would have woke up being like, man, this is like a cult. And this dude is a selfish, nasty narcissist. Instead, he go back to not knowing nothing.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all, next we got River and Obadiah. And they are outside of the infirmity scheming. Scheming.
Skater.
Scammer man. Just a scammer man. Game off. That's basically like both of them, they know what's up. They is not with the Raku, y'all. They is for the money.
Mm-hmm.
Give me my money. That's all they care about at this point. And guess what? They want to make sure Ruth is not the queen of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Because both of them waiting. It's like they don't even want to go inside. Mm-hmm. Last time, remember, they was all around her. Mm-hmm. This time, they hoping that she lost this baby. And during this conversation, do y'all, like, I don't know if you guys have already watched this. Hopefully you have, because, of course, this is a spoiler. But, Q, you remember when they was talking and River said, did you have anything to do with Ruth?
He said, yeah, well, her miscarriage. Or supposedly miscarriage. And, Obadiah was like, man, I'll do anything. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
To me, that was telling.
Yeah.
That was telling. He said, you, like, in other words, I mean, get out of here, man. Like, listen, that ain't nothing. He's like, he said, what? That ain't nothing. I'll do anything, man. You know what I mean?
To let us know that he did do that to Ruth. He probably did something because the girl had an infection. Yeah. That was real bad. Yeah. So who knows what he did to make that infection happen.
And who's that? Rivers, he thought it was a good idea or a good time to ask him, hey, man, and he keep asking him, hey, man, so, hey, did you, off Daikon? You know what I mean? He's like, man, if I did, because Obadiah, he still think like a criminal. You don't never admit to nothing. You don't incriminate yourself.
Exactly.
Because now that Rivers know, now Rivers is the problem. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You can't have everybody knowing your stuff. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that was crazy.
What did he say to him? He says, if I did, would you care?
I mean, come on. He already know at this point that he did it. We all know. Unless you, I mean, the only person who don't know is Tyrone. But Tyrone is schizophrenic, so.
I feel like if he didn't do it personally, he had somebody else do it. He made him do it. You know, you know how he be playing with their minds and making them do stuff.
Yeah.
But still, that's still him doing it.
Yeah, but I can see that happen.
Put the head out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's crazy though, y'all. So we know now that infection, his nasty butt. Obadiah did something to Ruth to get that nasty infection. Ew. Okay, next we got Tyrone is on a rampage. Crazy. And he's acting up and it's like with him, he throws a fit every chance he gets. This is how you know when people schizophrenic. They throw fits and they just get so angry. This is the true trait of schizophrenia. And who's sitting there watching him? Who's watching him act a fool while he's doing all of this? His imaginary friend. Mm-hmm. And she just chilling like a villain.
She stay with a bogey.
Don't she? She don't put it down. She stay with a tight dress. She stay with some lipstick on. And a bogey. Okay? Mm-hmm. And she just watching his every move. And he's clowning. I can't believe it. And this and that. And she's like, yeah, well, it was good for that baby to be unalived anyway. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, why would you say that? Mm-hmm. And did you see when he touched, like when she touched him and stuff? And I'm like, why? I guess this is for us to understand that the hold that his mother has on him, mm-hmm. even after death, mm-hmm. he still is like flooded with memories of his mom. Mm-hmm. It's like this is psychosis. This psychotic trips that he has is so dangerous because like she's ruling his every move and she is so wicked. She even said, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. your son was better off, not being here anyway. And then he was like, yeah, why would you say that? And remember when she was like, oh, no, I think he said you fed me to all the Johns.
Yeah, you fed me to the Johns.
So when he said you fed me to the Johns, what'd she say?
She was pimping them out.
Yeah.
She said, hey, you know what I mean? Hey, this was your path to the Raku. Like, if I hadn't never did that, you never,
became the Raku.
Yeah, you never found this. You never be.
And he got mad at her.
Yeah.
It's like, why you get mad at her because she said that? Because why? Because see, Tyrone, I really feel like Tyrone could have got help, y'all. He decided not to get help and just let himself become this crazy crackhead, psychopath. He's a psychotic person.
Yeah.
He could have got help in prison. I'm pretty sure they got counseling in prison. They got some type of therapy. They have to have some type of therapy. With this man, his only therapy is his ghost mom. And all she do is dog him out and talk to him crazy, tell him that that's why she fed him to, that's, all of this stuff. And it's like, girl, all you can do is be a horrible mom, open your legs to your own child. And I'm sure in real life, like back then when Tyrone was young, I'm sure Tyrone probably did see his mom naked. Because let me tell you, him being psychotic like this is so sexually invested with the guys and the women. Like, he just had to have sex with all these guys and all these women. Why is he like this? It's because his mother pimped him out, but also because he's seen not a healthy side of his mom. So it's just really unhealthy, y'all. It's retarded to me. Okay. Next, we have Ruth's daughter and Zane. And what I noticed about Ruth's daughter, she's so soldier-like now.
Yeah.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah, she's what? But
she messed up.
Obadiah, he got them under his spell.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So their minds are no longer really theirs. You know what I mean? But I did think it was interesting that she asked Zane. She said, "Are you okay?"
I seen it.
You know what I mean? And I thought that was pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that she cared.
That she asked Zane. Well, she saw that something was troubling her, and she asked her, "Was she okay?"
And Zane was like, "Yeah."
Lights out.
Lights out. Let's go. So next, we see the clip when it goes back to Ruth.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, and she's basically picking up a scalpel, something real sharp. Okay. And when I see her do that, I already know what's going down, because I'm like, come on, she don't know if that baby's still in her. Okay.
She ready for war.
Yeah, she ready for war, because she still got a child to fight for.
Sure.
And she like, these people crazy. I'm gonna take Mother Marva out, and I don't take nobody else out. Okay. Looking like she the black girl Carrie from that movie Carrie with that dress on.
I don't even remember that scene. Quite a good one.
So now she's laying in the bed, and we know Mother Marva, she gotta do the ultrasound, and I was like, okay, I see what's happening. Ruth looks scared, and she just going through with it. Remember, she got mad. She's like, oh, could Manny not look? And I'm like, Ruth, you steady trying to stall time, girl. At this point, you steady stalling, girl. At this point, just go on and do it.
That's why she wanted Manny to leave, because Manny had the gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just in case, you know what I mean, if that baby wasn't in her womb no more, she
didn't know what was gonna happen.
She was gonna go in on the mother.
Yeah.
If she had to.
I feel like that was what it was. And look at Elder Mother. What's that song she be singing?
All the night, all the day, we are living in the Raku way.
Sick. Okay, all the night. Oh yeah, I remember that song. That's a hot mess. She's really messed up, y'all. Next, we got the FBI. And they are looking and they are finding out so much information. But what's weird is they start talking about Lilo, right?
Yeah.
What you thought about that?
Well, they piecing everything together. They figuring everything out. Like, see with them, they're just like how they operate. Because when those money wire transfers, as soon as those were made, they was on it. They was like, oh, $1 million been transferred to this account over here. It's a private account, so forth, and so and so. Okay, this was going okay, and Lilo right here, they was piecing it together because they was like, okay, well, Lilo, he was so and so, such and such, and he worked for the cartel. It was like, oh, he possibly was laundering money through here, and he was the person to pick up the money. Now Lilo, where's Lilo at? So they're starting to suspect, that Lilo's probably dead. Yeah. And, people are coming looking for him, it's his people.
Exactly.
Just like his brother.
And then it pieces on why the girl was unalived in prison and stuff, remember?
That they locked up in the holding cell.
So, yeah, we gonna get back to them because they are outside.
And they sit back, they just piece it all together. They piece it all together and just let it continue.
Right. That's how they is in real life, though.
Exactly. But it's interesting because while they got all this information, unbeknownst to you, you don't know. You still out there doing you. Because, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But that's how they operate. They let you go ahead
and have your fun.
Yeah, let you go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna stop because, you don't feel no reason to. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
No threat.
Yep. So next we got all the day, all the long, all the night. She's running down them stairs. I mean, she's only like 4'2", y'all.
She take like 2 steps at a time.
She's running down them stairs. No, I'm joking. She probably like 5 feet. She probably like 5 feet. No disrespect. Okay, but she looked tiny. But she running down those stairs and she's like, oh, we got some good news. Soon, very soon. No, I'm joking. Man, she come out shouting. They like, both of them like, oh. Look at her face.
Yeah.
I mean, she really is happy. Mind you, she couldn't stand Ruth. She just thought Ruth was the worst person. But now that Ruth got a child in her, it's like she act like this is her chance at being a grandmother, really. Right?
Pretty much. Because, we found out in this episode. One, she has a daughter.
Yeah.
And that she doesn't get along with her daughter. It's the first time, well, for me, I don't know if they mentioned it earlier, but this is the first time me hearing her talk about any other family
that she has
on the outside. Because since this, she's been straight rock cool.
Absolutely.
You don't even talk about nothing, nobody else.
And then it's like she's so happy and overjoyed. She don't care about River or Obadiah. Because Obadiah and them, they're so upset, y'all. It's so funny. They couldn't believe it. They both look at each other. They are villains.
Look at Obadiah's face.
Yes, he's so upset, y'all. So now she says, I'm going to go tell the highest, so she running over there to Tyrone. Because that was her plan anyway. Now she's smiling, coming in the door like she won $1 million, and you got Tyrone looking as psychotic as ever. He's sitting there looking like he is just had it all. He's like, hey, what happened? What's going on with the child?
He's on edge.
And there you go. You got both of his mamas. He get it from his mama. He get the craziness from his real mama. And both of the mamas is there. That's Supreme Mama, and then that's his prostitute mama over there. Now, with that shameful woman, that's his real mother. She got her hands on her hip, and then she got the cigarette in the other hand, and looking like, So this is the woman. Remember, she was like, "This is who you replaced me with."
Yeah. What he said? No. Yeah. Elder mother was like, "You say something?" He's like, "Nah." She's like, "You sure?" Like, she's like, "You good?" He was like, "Nah, I'm good, right?"
I'm good.
But she kept pressing the issue.
She kept pressing.
She was like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you.
Yeah, look at his face. And she kept pressing it. He was like, "No, that's it. Didn't I tell you to go?"
Yeah.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Cause she just couldn't believe it.
And then when his mom was like, "Oh, you got a nosy one here."
Yup.
And then he's like, "Shut up." Talking to his mom. And she was like, "Excuse me, sir, I wasn't talking to you." She was like, "What?"
That was funny.
"Leave, get out of here. What are you still doing here? I'll put you in the punishment trailer."
That was crazy. And if you notice that when he said he'll put her in the punishment trailer, you remember, right? I didn't even notice that Peter was there. You know what I mean? And Peter is watching like,
wow, yeah,
you know, and because Peter was there, Peter sees that something's going on. So that's somebody else that they have to worry about because Peter is one of their main soldiers.
Yeah, but he's just like Manny. You know what I mean? You don't say nothing. It's just they don't think for themselves.
They don't think for themselves. They just soldiers, literal soldiers. So then once Elder Mother see what's going on, she goes out there like, something has to be done. This is crazy. Remember she came outside like, because she was confused because when he said no, then he said shut up. And she's like, shouldn't he be happy that his son is still alive?
Yeah, and he's looking over there while he's talking. So she's like, "Oh, like, what's going on?" Like, she was like, "Yeah." Remember, she asked him. She said, "Who are you talking to? Like, who?" You know what I mean?
And she's thinking about everybody else used to come and tell her stuff. Remember, she's like, "Who's talking? Who's talking about him? Let me put him in the punishment tray. I'll punish him myself." Remember about Ruth was like, he's talking to a chair, all of this stuff. Now she's seen it for herself. Okay, next.
He's genuinely crazy.
Yeah, he is. Finally, she can see it herself. Because even she not taking no medication no more. None of them is doped up. So they get to see all this craziness. Okay, so now Ruth and Zane, they reunite. Zane is happy that Ruth is not unalive. Okay.
Yeah.
And what does Zane talk to Ruth about, basically? Hey, she needs to keep her eye on Obadiah. And what's his name? River. Keep your eye on them because they are gunning for you. Can you believe? And Ruth said, "Oh,
don't worry about that." It's like, yeah, I got something for them.
Okay. Yeah.
We gonna see.
We gonna see. And then after that, you know, Mother Marva, she walked real fast, y'all. And she got over there to tell what's her name, Zane, get out, go get some fresh air. And she talking to Ruth, and Ruth like, "What, Mother Marva?" Or whatever she called her. What? And she's like, "I'm trying to rest. I need something for this illness that I had." And then she's just basically, Supreme Mother wanted to tell Ruth, "Listen, we got to do something because it's getting worse." And he's really crazy right now. So that's the first time I even seen Marva so worried. Because normally, remember, she was hooking up his food.
But Ruth tried to tell her before.
Yeah.
That, yo, listen, you need to focus on getting whatever that medicine is.
Yeah.
Because he's wigging out.
He's wigging out. It's weird. And if we don't do something, I mean, the way that he just said, "Hey, he'll send her to the punishment trailer," she didn't even do nothing wrong. At this point, yeah, it's craziness.
He just wanted her to leave.
Next, I don't understand this scene, guys. How did this stupid guy come over to the freezer and know that heat was in the freezer.
There's a body in there, right? He just happened to be walking.
Yeah, like
who's in the cooler? I mean, if somebody's in the cooler, that's a punishment cooler.
So you're not supposed to be over there anyway.
So of course somebody would be in there. You see what I'm saying? Of course somebody would be in there.
So Tyler Perry should have wrote a better scene right here. Tyler Perry, and you see it, write a better scene, because we didn't understand why dude was even walking over there to look in the freezer. Nobody just walks over there to look in the freezer unless they know someone's in there. But this is the thing: if they know someone's in there, they wouldn't do it anyway because they're being punished.
Yeah, it's a punishment. So yeah.
So why else would he go over there just to see? It just makes no sense.
But anyway, we gonna roll with it. So
moving on.
He opens up the cooler.
He opens up the cooler, and what does he see? He sees heat. Cold as can be. Hey, that was a bar. Hey, that was a bar. Cold as he can be. And when he seen that, he's like, oh. So y'all already know what's gonna happen, right? Because anytime they see something, now back in the day, they would go tell the old icon. But let's see if they tell River before they tell the highest.
They don't respect us. They just don't get that kind of respect.
Yeah, I can see. But we going next over to what's this lady name right here? Well, she get on my nerves. Joan. Joan get on my nerves.
Like Joan?
She's cute, but she get on my nerves with that big forehead. No, I'm joking. Sorry, Joan. You cute though. But Joan get on my I was about to say Joan get on my forehead. Joan, my forehead big too, girl. You see me in real life. Joan. Stop you. Okay. Period. But Joan, she does not like River, y'all. Like, she knows River is a snake. Yeah. And she always gunning for him. And you notice that's all she talk about is like, yeah, we got to find something to do about him. We got to find how to do. She's not even thinking about Obadiah. She's thinking about River.
Yeah, remember what Rivers did to her? Yeah. Rivers did her dirty.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Because they was allies. Remember, they escaped together. They was out in the woods. And they had the money in their accounts. They had millions. They was going to split it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But her foot got caught in the bear trap. You know what I mean? And Joan, believe it or not, man, Joan is smart, man.
She is very intelligent.
Even when she changed that password.
Yeah, she
still held on because she sent money over to her account. Yeah. Because she knew if they looked in her account, they were going to see. Yeah. So she sent it over to Ruth's account. And Ruth had an account, some account she remembered by heart.
It's craziness.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we going
to go with it. But some people do. Some people are good with numbers.
I get it.
Because I got some people in my family that can remember, like one of my cousins. She remembers stuff. She remembers phone numbers, social security numbers, date of births. She probably still use my social security number without my permission. Okay, y'all, let's move on. Okay. TMI. Okay. Ruth and Joan, they just, trying to think of a master plan for real. Because they gotta really get that together. Like, they gotta get Ruth out the box. Okay. Next, we have Dolores. Tyrone. He's over here because the soldier went and told him that it was a body in the freezer. Now, we see that the soldier didn't tell the new Daikon, which is River. The old Daikon would have known about it. Am I right? I know I said that earlier, but it's true.
The old Daikon, he was just too smart for them. Like, he was hip to everything. Yeah. Nighttime come, Daikon be walking around.
Yeah, he already see what's going on. He know what it is. He even found out about the money. Remember, he found out about the money. He knew about all the little tricks.
He knew about everything, pretty much.
All the little tricks.
Even down to the end. Which ultimately got him
unalive.
Body bag. Zip and tie.
Zip and tie.
You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, I got secrets on all of them. You, and you.
It's a three-headed snake.
Yeah.
3 hissing snakes in your ear.
He was like, oh no, he got to go.
So now they checking out the body, y'all, in the freezer. Daikon looking dumb as ever. And you got now the soldier who would have told you got Manny and you got Andrew. And Andrew, remember, he's investigating the old Daikon's unaliving. Right? So they all talking. If y'all see River's face, he's so mad right now because the biggest reason why is because they're finding out that the dude that's in the freezer is with the cartel.
It looks good unalive.
It looks good unalive. And you know the thing about with the new Daikon, he knows how. Remember, Tyrone used to like punch on him all the time and beat him up all the time. And he used to have to like tie Tyrone's arms up and shoot him up with all types of stuff, right? Because you know, Tyrone a fiend. So he knows right? Tyrone used to be the prom king, but now he's the prom fiend. No, I'm joking. But you know, he's definitely a fiend, and it's not even Halloween. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. Okay, but anyway, the biggest thing is that because of him being such a crackhead, River does not want to upset him. Okay, River knows what can happen. With already, it's no medicine being given to Tyrone. The cartel is now in the freezer. This is crazy. It's like, wait a minute, find the other guy. And River is like, why didn't y'all tell me so I can be on it? Because see, what River could have did was take this guy out of the freezer, have Andrew take this dude out the freezer and hide it from Tyrone. Look for Glitch, the unalive Glitch. But right now, it looks like he's not doing his job.
That's how the old Daikon got demoted.
Exactly.
Because too many things was happening.
Exactly.
And Daikon, he wasn't on it.
He wasn't
on point.
Exactly. So
okay. We'll talk about that.
We're gonna talk about it. And look at Tyrone. He looking at that tattoo. The tattoo is on Heat's arm. And it shows, you know, that symbol of the cartel.
It's allegiance.
Yep. And Lilo had it on him too. All of them have it on them because they're a part of the cartel. So now Tyrone is wigging out because he's like, I can't believe y'all dropped the ball. Y'all literally messed up again. Mind y'all, Tyrone's still not happy about what happened to Lilo because Lilo was his probation officer.
Well, he know that heat's coming down.
Yeah, and he knew something bad was going to happen. Remember, that's why they kept having to go to the bank and do all this money stuff because they knew that this and remember, the reason why this even happened, Lilo had to deal with him. Listen, we will get you a big place to put all your people in, but now we're going to we want to essay traffic, okay? We're going to make like it's a non-for-profit, make like it's a religious place, but we're going to run our women through here, and we're going to run the drugs through here, okay? So, it also weapons through here, because remember, they had a lot of weapons too, so they used to do a lot of different types of stuff. So, Tyrone is like, oh my goodness, Lilo, remember, he know Lilo's head was cut off. Okay. What's his name?
You talking about Andrew?
Yeah, Andrew knew about it, but Tyrone knew about it too. Remember, he seen Lilo dead.
Yeah.
Because I think Lilo's body was in the car.
Yeah, they chopped him up.
Yeah.
Remember, they chopped him up, and what's the name? I think Oliver.
Yeah.
He chopped him up, put him in the wheelbarrow or something.
Exactly.
He put him somewhere like in the woods, and that one dude they call a boy, he over there with the wheelbarrow, and he got all his chopped up body parts in there. And he moving the wheelbarrow. He told me, yeah, I gotta get strong. I gotta work out. Andrew was like, man, give me this, man. Give me that. Man, get out of here, man.
It was too much going on back then, but the biggest thing is, y'all, Tyrone is not playing. Tyrone is already knowing what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Now you got another body, a part of the cartel. This is not ending right. Yeah. And River is upset, and he knows what it is. And River like, look, we about to fight in here. So River slapped flames from the dude that found Heat's body in that freezer. Mm-hmm. That was an unnamed soldier, but as y'all can see,
that's when you hit him.
Yeah, yeah, he got him all balled up, mm-hmm. His shirt balled up, and then he looking at Manny like he can also get Manny too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So basically, y'all, it's just hilarious at this point. Okay, so we got a little technical difficulties, but coming back, let's go back to I'm coming, there we go. We're going back to River and the soldier, and then River with Manny. So River asks Manny, why didn't he say anything? Because Manny basically was talking to River like, yeah, they was asking around, they was talking, and he's like, yeah, but why didn't you say nothing? But one thing I noticed about River didn't try to hit Manny.
You know better.
Yeah, because Manny don't look like he got it all. Like I said, y'all, Manny kind of slow.
Yeah, you never see him hit Obadiah back.
Absolutely.
Or anybody.
Mm-hmm. So now we got Manny with Zane, and they talking, and Zane trying to get information because she know that Manny like her. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And basically he just spilling information like, yo, they found the body. Well, I don't want nothing to happen to you, though. It's like, dude, you didn't essay her so many times that she got so tired of you that she went and she got something to take care of that piece that you got between your legs. And you still don't want nothing to happen to her. I mean, I'm not saying that you should retaliate, but it's just that, yeah, like, why do you care about her now when you already did her so wrong, but she's using it to her advantage?
As she should.
Yeah, absolutely. So then we have, what is this guy's name? And I hope I don't get it wrong. What's his name? Peter. Yes, so Peter, he looked like a stressed out individual, doesn't he? I mean, he looks like he's so stressed out. Why? Because of the conversation of telling Glitch and all this information. He talked about what? The weapons, I think.
The money.
The money.
Really
oh, yeah, he talked about, the money.
You told him, and Peter's all nonchalant, like, yeah, maybe, oops. Like,
yeah, that was crazy.
They already got bad blood between them two anyway, because they used to mess around and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy.
Peter just looked at him like, yeah, I might have told him. Perhaps Open might have slipped over. It is what it is, man. Like,
Yeah, that was weird.
My bad.
That was crazy. And Andrew was like, Brother Daikon, calm down. Because he had to hold him back, but
it's not the place for this.
Exactly. And did y'all see like how when Peter looked off at River when he walked off, he looked like he wanted to do something to him crazy. Look at them eyes, man, telling you. That was crazy. So now you got the new Daikon, River and Obadiah, they talking and basically scheming to me. But what you think about this when they was outside and they was talking and stuff about all of this and, just basically talking stuff and, yeah, well, what's going on? And
I'm trying to remember what they were talking about. Oh, okay. All right. This is before, this is actually before Martha. She came and told him about the flowers. What were they talking about?
Basically, just like what's going on, like why you didn't tell me about the body.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah.
And then Obadiah said, called him a little boy. He was like, you little boy. Yeah, that was crazy. So then you got Obadiah, you got Mother Marva. She's telling him, she's souping him up basically about everything. And it'll be just great. The highest will look at you as he'll have favor for you.
Yeah, if someone go out there and get them flowers.
Yeah.
Because she called them Ganko leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's acting, she's like, okay. She almost called him a different name.
Oh, yeah.
She's about to call him a monster. But I tell y'all, Mother Barbara don't got no sense, y'all. She crazy too. So next we got, I didn't understand what Tyrone was doing right here. Was he like doing some type of meditation or something? Oh, okay, because honey, that was a hot mess. So now he act like he happy that the baby was still alive, and he probably is. We know he's psychotic, but I guess he was kind of happy. Who knows? So anyway, he's talking to Ruth, and it was a forced kiss that Ruth did. I felt like she forced that kiss. She was like, oh, okay. And then remember she like kind of like act like she was so happy. Oh yeah, that was like the joy of a child. That's the love of a child. Trying to make him feel like he'll be a real good father. Yeah. And then he's just looking at her like, yeah, okay, you're marrying me. I'm crazy. But anyway, moving on. Here come. Now, this guy, I remember where he from. This guy, I know where he from, Q.
Where is he from?
He was the one that was, banging out that girl.
Oh, that is him.
He was getting buns.
That's the same dude.
Yeah, remember he was getting buns?
Okay.
Yep.
He told dude came over and told him, yeah, keep a lookout for me.
Yeah. So then he stopped banging the girl and he was like, hey, you want to get with me? She's like, yeah. And then she got with and then he went and looked out. But now Mother Margaret got him and told him to go get the leaves. And Obadiah's like, hey, listen, man, if you do this, all your sins gonna be forgiven and you'll have real good standing with the raccoon. Making it seem like it's real good. And it's sad because both of them is like big bullies. Okay? Making somebody go out into a trap.
They use him as a pawn.
They did, because they want to see how everything will work out for them.
That's exactly what Elder Mother said.
Yeah.
Because what was I like? Yo, you think you'll make it? We gonna see.
That was terrible. Look how they look at devising together to see if they able to go. They looking at this dude like an idiot. Look how their faces look. That's crazy. They looking like, hey, we go see if they this dumb. That was funny. Cause they literally put that baby out. Well, he ain't no baby, but they literally put him out to the wolves. Next we have Tyrone and them. They still talking about, basically just Ruth is trying to get Obadiah and River in trouble. Like, she's steady trying to get them in trouble and trying to give her,
she was like,
2 cents.
Yeah, they didn't believe me. They didn't believe the child. They both said that, the child was gone. They got it out for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, them two right there, you gotta watch them.
Mm-hmm.
She had to put them on his radar. Well, he's already on his radar.
Right.
She's still trying to get her get back.
Absolutely. Then next, after Ruth steady soothing him, you got glitch. Up in here.
It's crash out time.
Crash out time. For real. It's crash out time at this point. Okay? And at this point, Glitch is like, hey, look, where is my brother? I need my brother. He's not even talking about the money. He's literally so focused on his brother. And what happens? Man, y'all, it's a hot mess at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Glitch is not playing. Oh, so after he do that, y'all, let's talk about what happens next. The FBI, they see somebody outside.
Mm-hmm.
They know is some movement.
Mm-hmm.
And then they find out they got some motion. They got some motion out here. And they find out this unnamed soldier is trying to get them leaves. Po thing. He was set up to fail.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, that was really sad, y'all. Like, he literally... I guess he would have still got shot. Or no, they probably would have took him in. If he didn't have his gun with him.
If they would have told him to freeze, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Because they want to get as much information. That's how the FBI is, y'all. They may be crooked, but they not more... I feel like the police is a lot more crooked than the FBI because with them, they like to get data before they get you.
Yeah.
The police is more like freeze, and then they'll just shoot you for no reason. The FBI is like, hey, let's see if we can take this person in and dig them for information.
Yeah, because you notice like a lot of times people that they really spend a long time on investigation, gathering information.
Absolutely.
They're normally interested in going after big fish.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So if they catch the guy who's not the big fish, but he's, you know what I mean? Making all the moves for the big fish, they'll get him, and the evidence be so overwhelming that they try to get them to cooperate and do whatever they want them to do because they got you. You know what I mean? They got you by the balls.
Exactly. Yep. And so we see that soldier had to get hit up. He run on and got all them bullets up in him because he shot this FBI agent. So they went ham on him, ham, cheese, and eggs. And next we chop cheese. Period. Then we got Tyrone, we got Ruth. They held at gunpoint. Glitchy got him. And he's like, look, I need my brother. Tyrone said he telling him lies and everything. Tyrone like, I don't know where he's at. And Ruth, did you see how she was talking to him?
Ruth is just tired.
She tired. She want to be taken out. She's like, listen, she's like, he's unalive. Okay? He's gone. Yeah, and then what else? She just talking stuff to him.
Yeah, because you think about it, right? In this one episode, Ruth done went from one life and death situation to another one. You know what I mean? Her life has been in jeopardy constantly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So right now, it's just like, hey, man, listen. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want to do at this point? Like, let's get it. Let's go. At this point, she don't care about the gun being on her. She's looking at Glitch like, hey, listen, do your best. Work it out. Tyrone's like, listen, it doesn't have to happen like this. It doesn't have to end this way.
And she did tell him, though, listen, you want the money? Yeah, I'll show you the money.
Yeah.
Tyrone was like, oh, what are you talking about?
Exactly. Because y'all got to understand, Ruth at this point, she just want that money and she want her child. You know what I mean? So she willing. She does not care about Tyrone, y'all. All that, what she's doing with him, believe me, this is all a joke. Remember, when they got her off the street, she was already a prostitute. That's what she has in common with his mom. So when she comes to him, her and Tally was prostitutes.
Tally too?
Yeah, Tally and Ruth was prostitutes. And remember, Ruth had a twin sister. Yeah. Her twin sister is on the Oval. But we already know what happened with her twin sister. Jason got her up out of here. But that's River's twin brother. Yep, Jason got her up out of here. But yeah, over here, Ruth, she was walking them streets. She was a street walker. Definitely. doing her big one. So she don't care. She just want that money.
Ruth was in the streets.
Yeah, she definitely was in the streets. And then Andrew, okay, so he can see what's going on because remember he looking through the window, the same window he used to look through when Tyrone was used to be with the boy. Mm-hmm. Remember Tyrone used to do all that nasty stuff with the boy. That's the same window. Remember that river? Remember that window? Then Andrew looking through that same window. He see Glitch. He like, yo, I'm coming up in there. So Andrew, he like on his hood stuff. He come up in there like G.I. Joe, Superman. He pushed that gun off of Ruth's head. Now, mind you, being that he an FBI agent, doesn't FBI agents, don't they go through all these Secret Service type of martial arts?
Yeah, it's
all types of stuff. I'm like, okay.
It just seemed like it would have been a little bit more clean.
I know, right?
He struggled with him.
Yeah, he definitely struggled. Like, Andrew, have you been eating your Wheaties? Okay, what are you doing? You eating turnips or you eating greens?
Hey, and no food.
Yeah. And look at the faces they be making. Like the faces be crazy. Pause. So yeah, so man, dude Glitch, he had Andrew on the wall. I mean, pause, but he had Andrew like the way that they was moving around, it was crazy. And you see that bullet goes straight through, but look at the faces they make. The faces, y'all, look like they did something that was horrible.
This is priceless.
It's like they both showed each other they swammy. No, I'm joking. Pause. But yeah, it was weird, but we know that Andrew gotta be the next guy. He gotta be the next icon.
He's definitely gonna be the next icon.
Because
I feel that. Anyway.
I feel like he should be the next icon.
Because he saved the day.
He saved it. This is not the first time. He has saved the day multiple times. What has River really done except
just run his mouth? Yeah,
all he do is run his mouth. Okay, so guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Okay, point of view with Joy and Q. Thanks, guys. I know it was a long one.
Comment.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.